welcome back to my channel. I'm Liv. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Today I'm going to show you what I've been up to in the last month and a half. So I switched to just the B6 Slim. I was, last time when we talked, I was in the Kinbor also. The Kinbor is so cute. I love it, but it's not for me right now. The Weeks setup is just, it's not what I need. So that is off to the side now, and I'm just in the B6 Slim. This is a Speckled Fawns cover. It's got a lot of personality. She's got a lot of dimples. I like that. I have grown to like it. At first, I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of weird. Like, why would you pay so much for something that's, flawed? But now I appreciate it because it's like this animal had a personality, and I'm grateful for it. And this little eyeball is from Courtney Diaz. Alright. So the monthly calendar I just ripped it out of the Kinbor. Shabam. It worked out perfectly because this was all in one signature, except for the back page. I had to tape the back page in, but everything else was perfect. I just really like a minimal calendar. I like that they don't have the holidays on here. You have to add them. Well, I mean, they probably do in a different language, right? But they're very minimal. I also filled out this Peter Popper Press one, and it's nice. Like, it's cute. There's nothing wrong with it per se, but I don't like how they put all the holidays on there. I think they're trying to be inclusive, and I think that's really nice. I think that's great, but I think this is a design flaw. Like, this should be lighter. These things should be lighter, I think, is really the thing. You should be able to easily write over that stuff, and yeah, it's too much. And I didn't like how it looks too full. Plus, this is a 2-year, so it's a lot thicker. This is just the 12 months, so it's thin. And then in the beginning, there's a tracker, which I'm using to write down prompts for the drawings that I'm going to do. You'll see this month was animals, and it's not my forte. Nothing's changed in the front, really. Everything's pretty much the same. I don't think I added anything in here. I put that little sticker. This is from Courtney Diaz also. I became a member on her Patreon. These are from Planning with Bee, these inserts. Health tracker's going really well. Yeah, it's going well. I can't complain. This is how I've been using it. I did kind of mess up. Well, not mess up, but I did something I shouldn't have. I usually just draw a line for my cycle to indicate how long that was. But then I did that for a few other things that were happening at the same time, or similar. Like, I had a cold, so I drew a line down to show how long I had the cold, and then I lost my sense of smell and taste, so so it's a little harder to read my cycle on here, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be just fine. Then my daughter's health tracker is going fine. My exercise tracker, I'm struggling with exercise. Yeah, I just took 2 weeks off. I haven't done anything these 2 weeks at all. Nothing. Not even stretching, no yoga, nothing. And I don't know. I'm just not feeling it right now. So I'm hoping that as the weather gets warmer, I'll be able to be more dedicated, you know? All right. And then February, yeah, I was drawing flowers in February, plants and flowers. I've been experimenting with watercolors in here. I'll show you those. Oh, there you go. These are the watercolors I've been using. Graby. They're really good. I don't think they're like mid-range watercolors. They're not the cheap ones. And it does make a difference. I've never had better ones because they aren't chalky. So I know the cheap ones, you'd go to write over it with your pen, and your pen would have some stuff on it, and a little bit of caked paint. So I was kind of scared to use these with my fountain pens, but it's been fine. They're really good quality, and there's a ton of paints in here. Again, I don't know how much this was. I got it as a gift, but there's a lot of paints in there, so it's real nice. A lot of different colors. I really like these neon ones. They're so cute. And then there's shimmer ones too, and then these are all just solid regular ones, but they're very nice. Things always difficult to stick. Okay. I've been setting up the review page at the beginning of the month so that I can add to it as I go. And these little cute little tabs are from West Dakota Stationery. I don't know what they're called, but I think if you look on there, you'll find them. Etsy, on Etsy. So yeah, what I'm reading, what I've been watching, things that went well, things that I heard. That's usually like stuff my family says or something funny. I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately. This was the first week in February. I think this turned out really well. This is one of my favorite spreads, actually, this like setup of eight panel grid. This is a really good amount of space. I have enough room to write a longer to-do list, but also to still make a couple of notes. I've been enjoying putting the weather on here too. Sometimes I forget and put it down here. I have to. Expenses for February, more journaling. Yeah, I was drawing flowers and also Tamagotchis with my daughter. You'll see a lot of that stuff. She loves Tamagotchis. This was the week of Valentine's Day. So stuff I write, yeah, like an order arrived, yoga class I took, our dog was sick, some quotes from Game of Thrones. When we went to my dad's house, I got to pet his cat. His cat, he had two cats, Sally and Jojo, and we got them both in, I think, like 2007, 2008. So they're old cats now. That's like, they're at least 16, I would say. And I was very close with the cats while I lived at my parents' house, but then I moved out, and then my daughter was born. And once my daughter was born, the cats stopped coming out to see us. They would hide as soon as we arrived. And so I just started being able to pet his cats again because I guess my daughter's not too scary now. Now that she's 10, we can see them again. It's been a really long time. So yeah, gratitude. You'll see a lot of these like AI pictures from Pinterest that I printed out because that was just the vibe I was feeling right now. These are all from Pinterest. This is from James L. Burke. You'll see some of his stuff too. That's from Pocket Journal Pam. I love Pocket Journal Pam. Pocket Journal Pam is back too. If you have been waiting for her, she's been gone for like a year or two, a couple years. She's back on Instagram, and she also has a website. I'll try to link it below because she has like, you can buy single packs of collage sheets. She doesn't do the subscription. But yeah, you can still do her stuff. I really like her stuff. I also have a deer of hers back here that I love. I love this deer. I've printed this deer out several times. I think it's so cute. But yeah, so some of it's going to be James L. Burke. Like these are James L. Burke. He has a collage club, which is also fairly inexpensive. I used to just use a lot of stuff from magazines because my mom was subscribed to a bunch of magazines, but now we're not subscribed to them anymore. And so I was kind of running out of things, you know? And I don't mind putting stuff off of Pinterest. I don't have a problem with that. But sometimes I want more, you know? I don't want to have to pick it either. I want, like, things to be presented to me. You know what I mean? I could, you know, it's like, especially Pinterest lately, too, has gotten, like, very AI-focused. I love how this page turned out. I think it's really cute. So, yeah. This is also from James L. Burke. I also signed up for Courtney Diaz. You'll see more of her stuff later. Yeah, this is when I started drawing the animals. I'm trying to draw the animals from memory, from like my head, not from a picture. Some of them I don't know what they look like. I had to Google a couple of them, but yeah, so we've got some funny little ducks here. I'm better at copying things, but I'm trying to like expand my horizons, and it's slow. Okay, so the other thing I've been doing with the Kinbor, I'll show you on this. So this was the week that the month that I was actually in the Kinbor. I just took out that whole signature, and I'll store that with this notebook when it's over. But then at the end, I just cut the weeks off with the paper cutter, you know, this thing. So then I would just use that as a tip-in for a weekly view. Works perfectly. I made a version exactly like this for my A6 last year, and then I never like sized it up for the B6 Slim, so I just used this instead, and it worked fantastic. This spread's okay. This is one of those things where it's like, it looks nice. I like how the spread looks, you know, like I like this aesthetic, I guess, but it's not very practical. I run out of room down here. I also don't look at this again. It's like I wrote this list and then did not look at it again. So I do like this weekly view, but this isn't quite working. I've tried it a couple times. I'm going to keep trying, you know, as it suits me, but that's the awesome thing about having a bullet journal, is that I can just do whatever I want. So I've been switching it up. I like to try stuff. I like try to give stuff a good try before I switch, but sometimes I just switch it up. Why bother if it's not working? This is March. It's not quite, what day is it today? Today's the 21st, so I need to fill in some of these things. But yeah, I've been watching Severance. Oh my God. The season finale was last night, and oh man, I really need someone to talk to about it. I got my husband on, but he's still on like episode 2 of the first season, you know, so I'm like, oh my God, please hurry up. This was just like a song challenge for Instagram that I never did. My March expense tracker, as you can see, has been very utilized here. Another 8-panel grid. I really like this. I think this is like a really good amount of space. I'm finding I don't really need to make a lot of notes for the week, you know, like weekly notes. I don't really need to do that. I've found that if I make a big list over here of like weekly to-dos, I pretty much never do them, so. Oh, and I've been switching inks every month. This month is Diamine Golden Honey, and I'm using my Lamy Mango, Lamy Safari Mango. Yeah, some more of my weird looking animals. These day dots are from Courtney Diaz. I also I had a little bit left of a sample of Organic Studios Nitrogen ink. I'm gonna have to buy a bottle, I think, because I love it. It's like a really nice blue. I don't think I can get the sheen in here. Yeah, I don't know. There's a red sheen to it that's just gorgeous, and it's very smooth. It's a really pretty ink. I like it. Yeah, just a big piece from a magazine that I liked. That's from Courtney Diaz as well. She makes these cute little like weird monster characters that I like a lot. So, Creepy Quokka. This is the funny little beaver. His teeth are above his lips. He's very talented like that. This is also Courtney Diaz. This is like what I think of when I think of Courtney Diaz. I've seen her stuff. I'm sure if you're in this community, you've probably heard of her before. Little Raven Ink is her YouTube channel, and I just really like these colors, how bright. And in case you haven't noticed, I really like colorful things. Like, and I love this neon, these neon paints. I love them. More Courtney Diaz. This is my ferret. I had to look up a fennec fox. I've seen them, but I couldn't quite remember like what they looked like. And I also had to look up this guy, the golden tamarin. Oh, goodness. And this was from a song. I've been really into this song called Guitar Hero by Amanda Palmer. Oh my God. Really good song. She says, hey, ho, let go. This I copied incorrectly also. It's actually Sunlight, baby. But this works too. It's fine. And I thought on this page it was nice. These are those, I'm not going to be able to remember the name of those pens. The soft Fudono. Not even to try. This was last week. Again, I feel like you can't go wrong with this setup. I can't go wrong with this setup. This is perfect. I love it. This is a little Courtney Diaz monster guy. Gratitude. This was an experiment or a little exercise from Linda Berry. If you haven't seen Linda Berry, this is one of Linda Berry's books, Syllabus. She has really cool books. So she's she's an art teacher, and this is like what her syllabus would look like for a semester in her class. And one of the things she said was to do a word bag where you just write down a bunch of nouns just write down like nouns that are in your vocabulary, you know, things that you have in your head, and you make like a word bag so that you can pull words out of the bag. And so I did some verbs too, just because, to be fun. This was one from, I went back to an old planner that I had done this, and I took some of the words out of there too. I'm thinking of doing Camp Nano. That's what prompted all this stuff. Camp Nano is kind of like NaNoWriMo, except it's in April. And the camp has more loose rules, so it's not like you have to do 50,000 words for a novel. Well, I guess in November you don't have to do a novel either. But they're strict about the goal. It's 50,000 words. at camp, you can do whatever goal you want. And I feel like it's easier to do in April than in November. November's always really busy. So yeah. I accidentally put my gratitude ahead of my week this week. That's okay. This is the week. I just copied this setup straight from the Wonderland 222, and I love it. I think this is a cool setup. It works really well. Again, I don't need this much space down here. I could probably extend the columns further, but I don't really need that much space either. So I don't know. I might make this box bigger, actually. This got really crammed up here. Like, important things I need to remember for the day. And this is like a vellum. I got these tiny, like, vellum pieces from Amazon. They're in, like, a little booklet. This is, like, from a fine art one. And then I just did these the other day. I had the book log in the Kinbor, so I had to copy it over and then do one for an entry for Hyperion, which I absolutely loved. It was such a good book. I honestly have no complaints for the whole book. It was just so, so good. And then I need to track my migraines better. I've been just writing, like, headache on my health tracker, and I've realized I need to be a little bit more proactive about that, because they are, like, debilitating. Like, I cannot function when I have a migraine, and I'm not just saying that, like, dramatically. It's, like, it is very hard to just do human things. Like, I feel like I just need to lay in bed. That's the only thing that I can do, So I'm trying to write down what might have been triggers for it, how it went. Usually I also have a lot of nausea and vomiting, so tracking that a little bit better. And then in the back, I've got, yeah, like a page marker. This was made out of wrapping paper. This is a little card. My husband got me a video game for Christmas, and it came with these little cards. You play like a little stray cat. It's called Stray. And then my budget's back here. I'm not going to show that. And then affirmations book. This, yeah, has my affirmations in it, daily affirmations in it. This is kind of just theoretically to throw away at the end of the year, but I probably won't throw it away, but it's not, like, as important as saving this. And I'm also sometimes journaling, like, more difficult stuff back here. Stuff that, like, I'm feeling it in the moment, but it's not really how I feel overall. You know what I mean? It's like in the moment I'm mad about something, but I'm going to be okay about it tomorrow, you know? So that stuff goes in here, because then I don't have to see it when I flip through here. As I love to flip through my planner, my journal, and if there's a lot of negative stuff in here, I don't really like to do it, you know? But listen to this, guys. I love that sound so much. So pleasing. Okay, so that's my journal planner situation. I love it. I think it's fantastic. It will not last me the whole year. I'm thinking it's probably going to make it through, what are you doing up here? Probably through June. I might not go all the way through June, though. I might take a break from this at the end of May and do June and July in, like, a pocket or even a micro. Because let me show you something, you guys. Hold on a second. I have two micro TNs. This one, if you're on my Instagram, you probably saw this little one. It's got collages in it. I think I did a flip through on there before, but it's all collage, tiny collages. This was like a thing. You guys remember that? For like a little bit, people were like doing collages in tiny little ring binders. I don't really like rings, so I just did it in a regular notebook, and this was fun. I haven't done it in a while. I just haven't, but I enjoy it a lot. So that is what this little notebook's all about. But I love the micro size because it's so tiny and adorable, especially when you put a fat notebook in there. This is a Stology that's been cut down multiple times, probably. I like to just cut stuff down when there's a little bit left. So I love this whole situation. I did plan in one of these over the summer once. It was okay. The calendar thing is kind of an issue for me. This is one that I actually keep in my purse right now. So this is just like a collage book that hangs out near my desk, in my collage container. This one lives in my purse. Yeah, that sticker's getting jacked up. But it's really soft, and it's like, you see how it's molding to the, it's really pliable, and it's hugging the notebook. It's really cute. I love it. This one is just like my purse notebook. I haven't even really set it up all the way. I have these, you know, I was thinking of putting like quotes in here, something inspirational so that I could kind of flip through it if I'm out and waiting. I usually just use this at the doctor's office. I need to redo this too. This isn't working back here. And then I just journal in here. I mean, I don't know. I think I can show. Oh yeah, here's just some quotes. Okay, so I just journal in here when I'm at the doctor. And it's really, you know, they're tiny, tiny pages, so I fill up a few when I'm just sitting there. This is also astrology that's been cut down. A cute little page marker too. So that has been this is living in my purse, is just like my purse notebook. I did use it as a wallet, but I don't like it as a wallet. It's annoying to have to like open so many things just to get at my wallet, you know? But anyway, so because that book won't last the whole year, it'll be nice to experiment over the summer. I also have several pocket notebooks covers, and I have a book too that I used a couple of years ago that I never finished that I wouldn't mind finishing. All right, the other two notebooks that I'm using right now, I know they're so brown and boring. I'm sorry. I would like to I need to figure out how to make like a fabric cover. And I think that would look really cute for this. But this one is a 5-year journal from Hobonichi. It started in 2022. I never remember if I showed it on here before. It's for my daughter, so I'm not going to show inside. But basically, yeah, it's I'll write down like a little blurb about, you know, what she was doing that day. Something like that. I'm not going to do this again. It's not bad. I've gotten more in the swing of it lately. But when I get tired or stressed, like that's the first thing to go. It starts to feel annoying sometimes. This is the Sterling Ink, like 500-page standard size notebook. I have to admit, I bought one of these just because everyone else was using Sterling Ink, and I wanted to see what it was. I wanted one too. So I'm using this for my yoga notebook. I'm currently taking a course by Alexandria Crow. Make sure I don't have passwords in here. Deconstruct to Reconstruct. It's like a mini course. She has a longer version of it, but you guys, I love this paper, and I feel like, okay, I know it's the sans and paper, right? But for some reason, like, this feels different than other sans and paper that I have, you know? I also really like the grid size. I thought it was weird that it's not exactly a square, it's a rectangle, but I actually really like that too. And I've just been using my good old Pentel RSVP in here. It's one of my favorite ballpoints, and I love it. And I love how the ballpoint makes the paper kind of, you know, it's nice. This is just a really nice notebook. I'm really excited to use it. It's one of those things where it feels very luxurious. And the golden edges are just, whew, love it. It also did a really nice, I love that sound. I could do this for hours, you guys. Okay, so anyway, so that's the other thing that I'm using. So brown, all the browns. But I do love brown planner covers. So, but like, why would you make the actual notebook cover brown? You know, like this should be a different color, I think. Cause I don't know. I want bright colors, as you can tell. I don't know. Can you tell? I don't know. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Let me know how your guys' setups are going 3 months in. Almost 4 months now. Are you still in what you started out in? How's it going? Are you liking it? You feel like you need to change? I'm very happy here. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.